Another boring day on Roblox with nothing to play. Terminal 13? Nah. Let's see. Ooh, the delivery. Maybe another time. No. Ooh, what's this? A good looking game with thousands of players. In between two horrible slop games? You know what? Let's check it out. Alright, the artwork seems good. Yeah, buff old man, and... Alright, I like this game already. Enough talking then, and let's get to it. Alright, so when you first spawn in, you get put into an area called Stonewake's Cross, and you get to talk with Grandpa Gojo over here. He gives you the tutorial on how to start and progress the game. First, he gives you free rerolls on your race. Races give different stat boosts and passive abilities, but I chose to stick with human for the meantime. Next, he tells you to equip the pickaxe, and this is where the game actually begins. The game basically revolves around mining and forging weapons and armor from the various ores you get. You start with mining small pebbles and progress to bigger and bigger rocks for, of course, better ore drops. After finishing his first mining quest, you get to the second highlight of the game, which is again, forging. But it's not that simple where you have to wait a few minutes and you get your item. No. You have to play a total of 3 different minigames in order to complete the forging process and be rewarded with a random weapon or armor. Here it's been a couple of hours since the last recording. I decided to redeem a code to hopefully get a better race, and I walked all the way to the wizard without knowing you can reroll in the shop. And after rerolling for a bit, I decided to stick with Shadow since it gives you the ability to dodge, since I suck at dodging and I can't parry for shit. Now that we've tackled most aspects of the game, we need to answer one important question. What makes the game good? To a point where it has a constant 100 to 300,000 players at the time of recording, each and every single day. Well, it's simple really. It's because people yearn for the mines. But on a serious note, the most obvious reason is it's actually enjoyable. To have that high of a player count consistently, you need a game where people have fun. Unless it's Fish It, the home of Indonesian scammers. Try! Next is because the game is fairly new, only being published 2 months ago, with extreme hype following the release of the game, and hundreds of YouTubers making a video about playing it. Well, that's it. We basically answered the question already. So next, we'll take a look at the pros and cons of the game. For the pros, I'll only be mentioning a few. Like for one, it's a breath of fresh air from the plague that's been infecting Roblox, aka brainrot games. Another is the fact that it's incredibly detailed, with the in-game models looking amazing. I mean, just look at the arcane pickaxe. Last thing I'll be mentioning is how easy it is to play. The concept of how you're supposed to play it is easy to understand. The only thing I see that people may struggle with is the forging process, since again, like I said earlier, it has 3 minigames you need to do in order to get your item. Now for the cons, or should I say con, since I really don't see any flaws with this game, except for a major one, which is the repetitive nature of it, because games of this genre tend to get repetitive after a while, especially when you get to later parts of the game, or when you finish all the quests. And even if you argue there's something to do every day like forging a variety of weapons and armors, using different ore combinations, or just doing the daily quests, you'll still get bored after a while of playing, which is pretty much the same for every other game that you'll stumble upon. The only difference here is that it's new and there's plenty of updates to come in the future. Well, that's really everything. There's nothing else I can talk about. So why not just enjoy the supercut gameplay?
cannot do this anymore. Please give me one clue where to look. I'm lost and tired. I'm looking for you everywhere, but you ain't here everywhere. Are you sentimental?
Well, that basically wraps up the entire video. I hope you enjoyed and stay tuned for the next one. See ya!